Hi, I'm Cory Doctorow, and I'm a Canadian writer who lives in Great Britain. I write science fiction novels, including this young adult novel, Little Brother, which has just come out here in Germany from Rowohlt. Little Brother is about young people in San Francisco who get involved in the wrong side of the war on terror. Not the terrorist side, but the side of innocent people who are scooped up whenever we decide that we can suspend rights in order to protect safety. So Marcus and his friends end up declaring war on the American government and set out to bring back the Bill of Rights at all costs. And he started his own guerrilla underground network made out of hacked Xboxes called the XNet. And he's met a young woman who doesn't know about his involvement with it, and they're going out for a date. And they're going out for a date to a concert in San Francisco that's been organized on the XNet, an illegal concert. And beforehand, they go out for a burrito. Mission burritos are an institution. They are cheap, giant, and delicious. Imagine a tube the size of a bazooka filled with spicy grilled meat, guacamole, salsa, tomatoes, refried beans, rice, onions, and cilantro. It has the same relationship to Taco Bell that a Lamborghini has to a Hot Wheels car. There are about 200 Mission burrito joints. They're all heroically ugly, with uncomfortable seat and minimal decor, faded Mexican tourist office posters, and electrified framed Jesus and Mary holograms, and loud mariachi music. The thing that distinguishes them mostly is what kind of exotic meat they fill their wares with. The really authentic places have brains and tongue, which I never order, but it's nice to know they're there. The place we went to had both brains and tongue, which we didn't order. I got carne asada, and she got shredded chicken, and we each got a big cup of horchata. As soon as we sat down, she unrolled her burrito and took a little bottle out of her purse. It was a little stainless steel aerosol canister that looked for all the world like a pepper spray self-defense unit. She aimed it at her burrito's exposed guts and misted them with a fine, red, oily spray. I caught a whiff of it, and my throat closed, and my eyes watered. "What the hell are you doing to that poor defenseless burrito?" She gave me a wicked smile. "I'm a spicy food addict," she says. This is capsaicin oil in a mister." Capsaicin? "Yeah, the stuff in pepper spray. This is like pepper spray, but slightly more dilute and way more delicious. Think of it as spicy Cajun Visine, if it helps." My eyes burned just thinking of it. "You're kidding," I said. "You are so not going to eat that." Her eyebrows shot up. "That sounds like a challenge, Sonny. You just watch me." She rolled the burrito up as carefully as a stoner rolling up a joint, tucking the ends in, then rewrapping it in the tinfoil. She peeled off one end and brought it up to her mouth, poised with it just before her lips. Right up to the time she bit into it, I couldn't believe that she was going to do it. I mean, that was basically an anti-personnel weapon she'd just slathered on her dinner. She bit into it, chewed, swallowed, gave every impression of having a delicious dinner. "Want a bite?" she said, innocently. "Yeah," I said. "I like spicy food. I always order the curries with 4 chilies next to them when we order in from the Pakistani place." I peeled back the foil and took a big bite. Big mistake. You know that feeling you get when you take a big bite of horseradish or wasabi or whatever, and it feels like your sinuses are closing at the same time as your windpipe is closing, filling your head with trapped nuclear hot air that tries to batter its way out through your watering eyes and nostrils? That feeling like steam is about to pour out of your ears like you were a cartoon character? This was a lot worse. This was like putting your hand down on a hot stove, only it's not your hand, it's the entire inside of your head and your esophagus all the way down to your stomach. My entire body sprang out in a sweat, and I choked and choked. Wordlessly, she passed me my horchata, and I managed to get the straw into my mouth and suck hard on it, gulping down half of it in one go. So there's a scale, the Scoville scale, that we chili fanciers use to talk about how spicy a pepper is. Pure capsaicin is about 15 million Scovilles. Tabasco is about 2,500. Pepper spray is a healthy 3 million. This stuff is a puny 100,000, about as hot as a mild Scotch bonnet pepper. I worked up to it in about a year. Some of the real hardcore can get up to 500,000 or so. That's like 20 times hotter than Tabasco. It's pretty freaking hot. At Scoville temperatures like that, your brain gets totally awash in endorphins. It's a better body stone than hash. That's good for you. I was getting my sinuses back now, able to breathe without gasping. Of course, you do get a ferocious ring of fire when you go to the bathroom the next day, she said, winking at me. Youch. You are insane, I said. Want some? She held out her mister. Pass, I said quickly enough that we both laughed. When we left the restaurant and headed for Dolores Park, she put her arm around my waist, and I found that she was just the right height for me to put my arm around her shoulders. That was new. I'd never been a tall guy, and the girls I dated had all been my height. Teenage girls grow faster than guys, which is a cruel trick of nature. This was nice. It felt nice.